Ladies, let me talk to you for a minute. See, love is not always about what someone says. It's about what someone does. Words are easy, but actions, they tell you everything you need to know. So if you've been wondering whether that man truly loves you, here are 7 signs that speak louder than any "I love you." Love is one of the most powerful forces in the world, but it's also one of the most misunderstood. Too often, we get caught up in words, the "I love yous," the sweet messages, the poetic promises. And while those things can feel good, they don't always mean what we want them to mean. The truth is, real love isn't proven by what comes out of someone's mouth. It's proven by what comes out of their heart through their actions. When someone truly loves you, they make it known in ways you can see, touch, and feel. They don't leave you guessing or wondering where you stand. Love that is genuine doesn't just sound good, it feels secure. A man who truly loves you won't just tell you he loves you. He will back it up with behavior that shows he is invested in you. He will make time for you even when he's busy because you are a priority, not an afterthought. He will be there when things are fun and exciting, and he will still be there when life gets hard because his love is not conditional on convenience. Love in action looks like consistency. Anyone can put on a show for a short time, but someone who really loves you is steady. They check in on you not just when they need something, but because they care about how you're feeling. They remember the things you tell them and act on them. If you said you had a big meeting coming up, they'll ask how it went. If you mentioned your favorite snack, they might bring it home for you as a surprise. These small gestures are not about impressing you. They are about caring for you. Actions also reveal love because they require effort. Words can be thrown around easily, but effort takes intention. Someone who truly loves you will inconvenience themselves sometimes to make sure you are okay. They will show up for you when you need support, even when it costs them time or energy. If you're sick, they'll take care of you. If you're sad, they'll comfort you. If you're celebrating, they'll celebrate right alongside you. Love in action also means protecting the relationship. That doesn't just mean stepping in during danger. It means guarding your heart. Someone who loves you will avoid doing things that would intentionally hurt you. They'll respect your feelings, stay loyal, and do their best to make you feel safe and valued. They won't make promises they can't keep. And if they make a mistake, they'll take responsibility and work to make it right. At the core, actions are where love becomes visible. You can't measure love by how many times someone says, "I love you." You measure it by how they treat you day in and day out. Do they make you feel appreciated? Do they help you grow? Do they bring peace to your life instead of chaos? Those are the real signs that love is present. So if you want to know if love is real, don't just listen, watch. Love speaks through consistency, sacrifice, and genuine care. When someone loves you, you won't have to wonder because their actions will leave no doubt. They will show you that love isn't just a feeling or a phrase. It's a daily choice to value you and invest in you. That's what makes love real. When it comes to love, 2 of the most powerful ingredients are protection and respect. Real love makes you feel safe, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, and even spiritually. When someone loves you, they go out of their way to make sure you feel secure, valued, and supported. Protection doesn't just mean standing up for you if someone says something rude or stepping in if there's a threat. It's much deeper than that. It's about protecting your heart from unnecessary pain, protecting your trust by being honest, and protecting the relationship by choosing actions that build it rather than break it. Think about it. Anyone can say "I love you," but love without protection leaves you feeling exposed. A person who truly loves you won't let others disrespect you. They will speak up when it matters, even if it's uncomfortable. They'll make sure that you never feel like you're fighting your battles alone. When life gets hard, they'll be your shield, not an added source of stress. Protection is not control, it's care. It's saying, "I see you, I value you, and I'm willing to stand between you and whatever could hurt you." Respect goes hand in hand with protection. Respect is the foundation of every healthy relationship. Without respect, love cannot survive for long. Respect shows up in the way someone talks to you, the way they handle disagreements, and the way they honor your boundaries. Someone who respects you doesn't belittle you or make you feel small. They don't dismiss your opinions or ignore your needs. Instead, they take the time to listen, to understand, and to work through differences with maturity. Respect also means being loyal, not just when you're around, but when you're not in the room. Someone who loves and respects you won't entertain conversations or situations that put the relationship at risk. They protect your reputation when you aren't there to defend it. They speak about you with pride, not criticism. They don't compare you to anyone else because they've chosen you. Protection and respect are also about emotional safety. You should feel like you can open up about your fears, your dreams, and your struggles without worrying about being judged or mocked. A person who truly loves you will create that safe space for you. They will make you feel heard. They will give you the freedom to be yourself without fear of rejection. Even during arguments, respect is key. Disagreements are normal in any relationship, but a person who loves you won't use those moments to tear you down. They won't throw insults, bring up old mistakes just to hurt you, or use silence as a weapon. Instead, they will try to resolve issues in a way that strengthens the relationship rather than damages it. Protection and respect go beyond romance. They are about partnership. When you have both, you know that you are not just loved, but valued. You know that the person by your side is not just with you for the good times, but is willing to go to battle for you when needed. That kind of love is rare, but it is worth holding on to because it gives you peace. And peace is one of the clearest signs that the love you have is real. Love that lasts is not built on grand gestures alone. It's built on consistent effort. Anyone can sweep you off your feet once or twice with flowers, fancy dates, or sweet words. But the real test of love is how someone shows up day after day. Consistent effort means they don't just try when it's convenient, when they're in a good mood, or when they want something in return. They try because they care, because they want to be a meaningful part of your life, and because your happiness genuinely matters to them. Effort shows up in the little things. It's checking in to see how your day went, even on days when they're tired. It's making time for you when their schedule is full. It's showing interest in what matters to you, even if it's not their personal passion. When someone loves you, they don't just fit you into their life. They prioritize you. That doesn't mean they ignore their own responsibilities or needs, but they find a way to make sure you know you are valued and not an afterthought. Support is part of that effort. Life has ups and downs, and true love shows up for both. Someone who loves you doesn't just want to be there for the celebrations. They want to stand by you when things get hard. If you're facing challenges, they offer encouragement and reassurance. They don't let you face storms alone. They remind you of your strength. They pray with you or for you if faith is important, and they offer practical help when they can. Consistency is what makes that effort and support meaningful. A person who truly cares doesn't go silent when you need them most. They don't disappear for days and come back expecting things to be the same. They keep showing up, even on ordinary days, because they know love is built through steady investment over time. That kind of consistency gives you security. You know where you stand, and you don't have to question their commitment every other week. Effort also means choosing growth. People who love you will work on themselves so they can be better partners. They don't use "that's just how I am" as an excuse to hurt you or avoid responsibility. They notice when something they did made you feel unappreciated, and they try to do better next time. Their love is active, not passive. They see the relationship as something worth nurturing, not something that runs on autopilot. Support also looks like celebrating your wins. If you have a dream, they want to see you achieve it. If you succeed, they don't feel threatened. They feel proud. They encourage you to chase your goals. And if you fall short, they remind you that failure is not the end. They don't clip your wings, they help you fly. Effort and support require energy, but when love is real, that energy doesn't feel like a burden. It feels natural. The relationship becomes a safe space where both people are willing to pour into each other. And when two people are consistent in their effort, the bond grows stronger with time. So if you want to know if someone truly loves you, watch how they show up. Love is not about one big moment. It's about 1,000 little moments that prove you are chosen, valued, and supported. That kind of love doesn't just happen sometimes. It happens every single day. Listening is one of the purest and most powerful ways to show love. In a world where everyone is busy talking, posting, and rushing from one thing to the next, giving someone your full attention is one of the greatest gifts you can offer. Real listening is not just waiting for your turn to speak. It is slowing down, being present, and showing someone that their words, their thoughts, and their feelings truly matter to you. When someone loves you, they don't just hear the sound of your voice. They take the time to understand what you are really saying. Listening with love means being fully present. It's putting down the phone, turning off distractions, and making eye contact because the person in front of you deserves your focus. It's nodding, asking questions, and showing through your body language that you are engaged. This type of listening makes the other person feel seen and valued. It says, you are worth my time and attention. True listening is also about remembering what was said. Someone who loves you doesn't let your words go in one ear and out the other. If you told them about a big event coming up, they'll ask you how it went later. If you mention something that was bothering you, they'll check back in to see if you're feeling better. This is how listening becomes love, because it moves from simply receiving information to taking action based on that information. Listening also requires patience. Sometimes people just need to vent or share their thoughts without being interrupted with advice. Someone who truly loves you will give you that space. They won't rush you. They won't dismiss your feelings, and they won't make you feel like you're a burden for needing to talk. Instead, they'll give you the time you need to process and express yourself. Listening with love goes beyond just words. It's also about hearing what isn't being said. People who care about you will notice changes in your tone, your mood, or your body language. They'll sense when something is wrong, even if you haven't spoken it out loud. This level of attentiveness shows a deep emotional connection. It says, I know you well enough to notice when you're not okay, and I care enough to check in. This kind of listening builds trust. When you feel heard, you feel safe. You're more likely to open up, to be honest, and to share your true thoughts and feelings. That strengthens the bond between you. On the other hand, when someone constantly ignores you, cuts you off, or minimizes what you say, it can make you feel invisible. Over time, that erodes love rather than strengthening it. Listening is also powerful during conflict. In arguments, many people focus on defending themselves instead of understanding the other person's perspective. But love listens even when emotions are high. It pauses to hear the heart behind the words, even when the delivery isn't perfect. Someone who loves you will try to understand why you're hurt instead of dismissing your feelings or turning the blame on you. When listening becomes part of a relationship, it creates intimacy. You feel connected because you know you are not just speaking into the air. Someone is actually taking your words to heart. It shows that your thoughts matter, your feelings matter, and ultimately that you matter. So if you want to recognize real love, look at how they listen. Do they hear you? Do they remember the little things? Do they make you feel like your voice is important? Because when someone loves you, listening is not a chore, it's a privilege. They don't just want to be near you, they want to know you. And knowing you starts with listening to you. Sacrifice is one of the clearest and most powerful signs of real love. When someone truly loves you, they are willing to give up comfort, convenience, and sometimes even personal preferences to make sure you are okay. Sacrifice is not about losing yourself or being miserable. It is about choosing to prioritize the well-being of someone you care about. Love that is deep and genuine will always require some form of sacrifice because it asks a person to put the needs of the relationship alongside. or sometimes even above their own. Sacrifice shows up in everyday life in ways that may seem small but are deeply meaningful. It could look like staying up late to comfort you when you've had a bad day, even if they have an early morning ahead. It might be giving up a night out with friends because you need their support at home. Sometimes it's about making financial sacrifices to help build a future together, whether that's saving for a house, paying off debts, or making a plan that benefits you both in the long run. True sacrifice is not done grudgingly. When love is real, sacrifice is offered willingly, not as a way to gain leverage or keep score. A person who loves you won't constantly remind you of what they've given up. They do it because your happiness and peace matter to them. They find joy in seeing you at ease, and they consider it worth it if it brings you closer together. Sacrifice also means compromise. In any relationship, there will be moments when you both want different things. Love makes a person willing to meet in the middle rather than insisting on always having their way. That might mean watching a movie you enjoy, even if it's not their favorite, traveling to see your family for the holidays, even if they'd rather stay home, or making time for your passions, even if it takes away from theirs. These choices show that they value the relationship more than their own momentary comfort. There are also bigger sacrifices that require emotional strength, like letting go of ego during an argument. Love will sometimes require a person to apologize first, even if they feel hurt, because peace in the relationship is more important than pride. Love may ask them to grow as a person, to break bad habits, or to unlearn certain behaviors that could harm the relationship. These sacrifices are not always easy, but they are evidence of commitment and care. Sacrifice is not just about giving things up. It's about giving of yourself. Time, energy, patience, and attention are some of the most valuable things a person can offer. And when they consistently give those to you, it means you hold a special place in their life. It's easy to give when you have plenty, but when someone loves you, they are willing to pour into you even when they are tired, busy, or stretched thin. Ultimately, sacrifice builds trust. When you see someone choosing you over and over, even when it costs them something, it reassures you that their love is real. It shows that you are worth the effort, that you are not just an option, but a priority. This kind of love is not selfish. It is giving, patient, and committed. So if you want to know whether love is true, look for the sacrifices. Not the ones done for show, but the quiet, consistent choices that say, I'm here for you. I choose you, even when it's not easy. That is the kind of sacrifice that turns love from just a word into something unshakable. Consistency is one of the strongest foundations of real love. Anybody can be sweet once, anybody can show up for you once, and anybody can make you feel special for a short moment. But love is not about temporary gestures, it's about steady presence. Consistency means that their love for you isn't here one day and gone the next. It means their words, actions, and commitment align over time, not just when it's convenient or when they are in the mood. True love doesn't keep you guessing. It gives you peace because you know where you stand. Consistency is powerful because it builds trust. When someone shows up for you regularly, you begin to believe in the relationship. You stop questioning whether they'll disappear when life gets tough. You stop wondering whether their feelings are real. Their actions give you confidence because they keep proving that you matter to them over and over again. That steady reassurance allows the relationship to deepen. Without consistency, love feels shaky, like standing on unstable ground. One wrong move and everything falls apart. A consistent person doesn't just make promises, they keep them. If they say they'll be there, they show up. If they tell you they care, they back it up with behavior that reflects that care. Consistency is not about perfection. No one is perfect, but it's about reliability. You know that even when they mess up, they'll take responsibility, make it right, and keep working on being better. That's what builds long-term connection. Consistency also shows up in communication. Someone who loves you doesn't just talk to you when they feel like it. They make a habit of checking in, of sharing their thoughts, and of letting you know how they feel about you. They don't leave you hanging for days wondering what's going on. They give you stability through honest and frequent interaction. Consistency is also about emotional presence. Love that lasts is not just available during good times, it stays during the bad times too. A consistent partner doesn't vanish when there's a problem. They stay, they work through it, and they choose to keep building the relationship. Their actions say, I'm in this with you no matter what. Small daily actions are a big part of consistency. Sending you a good morning text, remembering to ask how your day went, giving you their time even on busy days. These habits may seem simple, but they make you feel valued. It's not the occasional grand gesture that makes love strong. It's the repeated everyday effort. Consistency also gives love room to grow. Relationships need time and patience to deepen, and consistency provides the soil for that growth. When two people consistently choose each other, they create a sense of safety that allows them to open up, be vulnerable, and build something lasting. Without consistency, a relationship becomes a cycle of highs and lows that leaves both people emotionally drained. Ultimately, consistency is proof of commitment. It says, I'm here for the long run. I'm not just here when it's fun or easy. I'm here because you matter. And when someone continues to show up for you over and over again, you stop having to question their love. You get to simply receive it. Real love is not measured by how someone starts, but by how they keep going. Consistency is what transforms moments of affection into a lifelong connection. It is what turns a spark into a steady flame that keeps burning through every season.